Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson. Today we're going to have a conversation about business credit. I've been getting a lot of DMs and emails from people that are saying, hey Professor Honey, what exactly do I get for that little $34.95 to enter your business credit program? Great question. For everyone who's accepted, you get a guaranteed $50,000 to up to $5 million. Look at how much opportunity you have to grow your business there, okay? You also get an account manager. Now, this is extremely vital because she or he is going to walk you through the 4 tiers of business lending, okay? Sure, you might say, well, I can Google that on my own. Yeah, you can, but you don't necessarily know which tier reports to which bureau. And you want to make sure that you're working effectively, and that's what the account manager is going to help you with. Next, we have lending sources that are industry specific, okay? So, for example, if you're a truck driver, we're going to align you with lending sources specific to that. Same thing with restaurant owners or whatever business you might be in, all right? The last thing that we're going to do is that we're going to offer you a business credibility software. This is going to make sure that you have your 411 directory set up, setting up your DNB number, setting up your EIN. Now, most people that offer business credit are just going to tell you if you are approved or denied. We're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that we take you from 0 to 100 to make sure that you qualify and make sure that you get your business credit underway. All right, so it's time to sign up. Click the link and let's get started. Remember, we do all the work, but you get all the credit. It's time for another lesson, and today we're going to talk about how to prepare for your tax refund, okay? I know many of you want to go out and buy a new car. You might even have one in mind, but you know what? If you fix your credit, you're going to be able to get more car for less money. So for example, right now, if you have in your mind to maybe get a new Kia or a new Honda, well, when you fix your credit, you're going to qualify for more car. You'll be able to drive off the lot with a Benz, okay? Also, what you need to be mindful of is your better credit will allow you to pay down some of your revolving debt, okay? So right now, most of you are probably paying on just your interest. Better credit will allow you to pay down some of this revolving debt. Something else I want to tell you, that with better credit and preparing for your tax refund, we will teach you strategies to turn that tax refund into a down payment on a home. All right, Professor Honey has a real estate agent in your city that will help put you into a home today, provided that you have good credit, obviously. So click the link and let's get started. And remember, we do all the work, but you get all the credit. Credit profile, okay? So your credit is essential for investments. What type of investments, honey? A house. If you have a credit score of a 650, you can get a house. That's an investment, okay? You can make large purchases. You can use your credit for emergencies. All right? You end up running over a construction site. You flatten 4 of your tires, you need 4 new tires, but you don't have the cash. Are you going to let your car sit on 4 flats? Or are you just going to charge it, get your 4 tires, and move on with your life? Okay? So, investments, emergencies, you can build wealth with great credit. All right? I want you guys to stop living that day-to-day life. We have to stop living the day-to-day life, the paycheck-to-paycheck life. That's done. I'm going to help you get out of that, all right? I did it last year on my friend's couch last year. You guys have seen my videos over the past couple of months. I show you my house. I show you my car. Complete transformation just because I fixed my credit. It's not hard. Stop being lazy. Do this. You need this. You deserve this. Question number 2. I have repossessions, bankruptcies, and collections. Can I still repair my credit? Of course. That's what I'm here to do. A lot of times people are like, my credit's too bad. It's like a 500. Shoot, I got a 440. It does not matter. Whatever your credit score is, I can teach you how to fix it. And it's not hard. Stop being overwhelmed by the Yes, you can fix your credit if you have repossessions, if you have bankruptcies, if you have collections. Yes, you can fix it. All right. Next question. Do I have to pay off all of my collections and past due bills before credit repair? No. Okay, sure. Okay, so signs of being rich. People who are rich, I'll start off. People who are rich, get down, Nola. Come on, pup. They like to buy expensive cars. What else do what else do rich people do? Rich is not having to work. Well, rich people should work, so should wealthy people. Wealth is land investments. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Wealth is land investments. What else? Expensive clothes. Right. Both of these things so far are depreciating. They have no value whatsoever. They look good, they feel good, no value, right? Wealth, on the other hand, your land and your investments are constantly appreciating. So they're constantly going up in value. While the rich are spending their money on expensive cars and clothes. What are some other signs? Lifestyle. Guys, I'm at it again. I'm getting ready to show you another property that I've acquired. We're going to go in, we're going to chat, I'm going to show you some of the renovations that I'm working on. Come on in. It's a mess, but this is just a part of the process. So, here we are. Take a look. Now, if you come to Professor Honey's Credit and Lending, I'm going to help you secure a loan so that you too can do exactly this. Maybe you want an ARV loan. Maybe you need a LTV loan. Maybe you need a flex loan. Whatever it is, I got you. I got 1 year interest only loans. Make sure you watch your stuff here, guys. But let's take a look at this kitchen. So, this is going to be beautiful for the tenants that are going to be able to occupy this property. So, right now, I've sanded down, well, I didn't personally do it, but I had these sanded down and we're getting ready to paint them a beautiful tan. I know it looks a mess, but you guys are going to be able to see the finished product soon. Let's take a look at the rest. So, the reason I'm so adamant about showing you these types of acquisitions is because this can be you! I was on the couch in 2018, okay? And now I have been able to obtain multiple properties to make money. You guys see that lake view back there? Take a look at that. I'm actually going to go ahead and end the video here, but I definitely want you to make sure that you click the link if you are ready to purchase a home, if you are ready to purchase a commercial property or refinance your current property. I got you, okay? Click the link and let's get started. Hey everyone, I want to go ahead and give you 3 credit score hacks to raise your credit score quickly, okay? So these are freebies that I'm giving away, so listen up closely. The first thing that you can do to increase your credit score quickly is contact your current credit card holders that you're in good standing with, okay? Make sure that you've been paying on time. But contact them and ask them to increase your current limit. That's going to do amazingly for your current credit score because it's going to increase the amount of borrowing power that you have, okay? The next thing that I want you to do is report your rent. Listen, a lot of people don't even know that this exists. So I'm giving you a secret right now. You can go to rentreporters.com and you can actually report your rent for the past 2 years, and that can increase your credit score. Here's the last hack for now. You can get a secured credit card, okay? This is how this works. You choose the deposit amount up to the credit line limit approved, and a good company to go with is discovercard.com. So you're going to choose your own amount and you're going to pay yourself every month, okay? And this is going to go into a forced savings account, so it's still your money, but you get the credit for this. This is going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. So get started on all 3 of these things. Of course, I still want you to make sure that you contact me so that I can help you with your credit repair. But in the meantime, take advantage of these 3 hacks. Hey everyone, I'm coming to you with another lesson, and I wore my pretty dress and my pretty shoes because I was tired of being in those damn pajamas. Okay, so today we're going to have a conversation answering this question. Should I stop caring about my credit due to COVID-19 and the crisis that we're now facing? This is a question that many people are calling and asking me. I think it's a very viable question. So I want to take a few minutes to answer this for you. All right, listen. The answer to this is that you should care about your credit now more than you ever have before. And I'll tell you why. Because during times of economic instability, your credit is going to be your power. And many people, as we all know, are facing economic hardships. So many people have already lost their jobs. As a matter of fact, we are currently seeing the highest rates of unemployment that we've ever seen in American history. Back during the Great Depression in the early and mid 1930s, 1900s, the most unemployment that we saw filed in a week was 600,000. Last week, we had 3.3 million Americans file for unemployment. And then this week, 6.6 million. So we are in uncharted territory. We've never actually experienced numbers like this, but ultimately it's going to impact us severely economically. So the more powerful that you are when it comes to your credit, the more financially stable you're going to be, right? Because your credit, you can leverage your credit to access funds. You can leverage your credit to start a business from home, right? Which many of us are going to need to do. So now is the time for you to think of your credit. If you haven't pulled your credit report or thought about your credit in years, you're like, my score is a 470, ain't nothing I can do about that, don't need to worry about that right now. Let me tell you right now, you're going to regret that decision. You're going to regret that decision because we are approaching a very grueling and unforgiving time. And not many people are going to want to hear your sob story, baby. Let me go on to the next one. People have asked me this too. Professor Honey, are we in a recession? Are we going to be in a depression? Well, this is a matter of opinion at the moment. However, we're definitely in what's categorized as an economic crisis. Definitely. That's without a doubt. And we're likely approaching a defined recession, and ultimately that's going to more than likely lead to a depression. So then the next question is, what the heck is the difference between a recession and a depression? And the best way that I can illustrate this is with an example. I thought of one earlier. So, a recession is essentially when your friend loses their job, right? So, you're on the phone with your girlfriend and she's like crying because she just got laid off and she doesn't know how she's going to take care of her 2 kids, right? And you feel sorry for her. Those are effects of a recession, right? But a depression, baby, is when you lose your job. Okay, so everybody's SOL here, except for those people who know that during these times, assets go on sale, right? So for the people who understand how these things work, and we can look at the historical models to see, even though we don't have one quite this extreme, we still will come up from this. all right? So, what do I mean by assets go on sale? Well, when you are in an economic crisis or a recession or a depression, you have people who still want to stay in business. They still want to sell things. They want you to buy things. So they have to make it more enticing for you to want to do that so that they don't go out of business. So as a result, they're going to give you amazing prices, right? And the things that we really, really want to look at and purchase at a time like this would be things that are going to appreciate, all right, or inflate. And what would that be? Real estate. That is the best investment that you can make or prepare to make for yourself and your family right now at a time like this, okay? So, let's talk a little bit more about that. Let's go on to the power of inflation. When people hear the word inflation, they get nervous, they think it's negative, oh, inflation is bad, but actually no. In all instances, it's not bad. Like, for example, many of you want to purchase properties for yourself to live in, be a first-time homeowner, or maybe get investment properties because you're hoping that with that purchase, inevitably, you'll be able to gain some equity from that. Well, that equity would be the result of inflation, right? You purchase the house in 2020, you sell it in 2026, and because the market has changed, you're going to be able to benefit with that equity because of that inflation. That's going to continue to happen, right? So there's a lot of power of inflation, and we're getting ready to see that significantly in this new era that we're approaching. Now, I don't want you to confuse, though, the power of inflation with the dollar's depreciation, right? Because as we're watching our assets inflate, as we're watching inflation happen here in our country, at the same time, what is happening is the dollar is depreciating. It's losing its value, right? And that's happening in record numbers. Right now, the US dollar is worth significantly less than it was just 3 months ago. In some markets, they won't even allow people to trade with the US dollar because it's so unstable. But that does not necessarily have to impact you too significantly as long as you have put your money into assets that are going to appreciate or inflate. And we talked a little bit about that a few moments ago. Now, the next thing that I wanted to discuss is the economy, right? So I see videos and I see memes and people are like, I can't wait to go back outside. I can't wait to go back to my favorite restaurant. I can't wait to return to my life. Listen, I do not mean to be the bearer of bad news, but life as we know it, the life that we had prior to this pandemic is now over. That's done. So reflect on your fond memories, think about those, be appreciative of those, because that's done. We're now approaching a new era. And in this era, things are going to be very, very different. Okay? Let's take, for example, the Cheesecake Factory. The Cheesecake Factory has indicated to its landlords that it will not be paying rent on its locations. They don't have it. That's the Cheesecake Factory, one of the most popular restaurants in the US of A. And it is very plausible that they will not reopen. And a restaurant like that sets the tone for many other restaurants around the country. Very likely the food industry is going to look very different, along with several other industries. But I want you to process the fact that things will be different. Because as long as you're doing that right now, you'll be in coming to terms with that. You'll be able to get ready and take the necessary actions to make sure that you're stabilizing yourself, your family, but even preparing for a generational legacy if you do it right. And everybody has this power. But of course, and I don't mean to sound like, I'm throwing conspiracies out there, but this is just so blatant to me, and I'm sure it is to you too. But Big Brother does not want you to know that you can leverage your credit. Of course not, right? And I'll tell you why, because the middle class is inevitably going to be gone within the next year. That's it. We're going to have very distinctive haves and have-nots, right? So we can't have everybody at the top. We need have-nots. We need these medial people that aren't financially literate to work for these guys up here. So of course they don't want you to utilize this information that I'm imparting upon you right now. That's going to glitch the matrix. Hey everyone, I'm coming to you with another lesson, and I was tired of being in the house, so we're going to do this one from the great outdoors. All right, so today we're going to talk about 6 legitimate ways that you can make money from home this month. And I'm going to let you know right now that I've saved the best for last, okay? But let's jump in. Okay, so number 1, you can earn cash while watching cooking videos online. This company has already paid out over $56 million to people just for sitting at home and watching cooking videos, all right? So go to inboxdollars.com if you want to learn more about that. Something very similar, you can take surveys and cash out via PayPal, all right? This company's already paid out over $236 million to people, and that's called mypoints.com. Everybody loves Netflix. I know. But did you know that you could get paid? Well, you can. You can take surveys after you watch Netflix movies. Go to swagbucks.com to find out more about that. Next, people who are in the legal department or interested in things pertaining to legal advice. All right, so you can become a mock juror and help attorneys test their trials. 2 different places you can do this, with ejury.com or onlineverdict.com. All right, actors or potential actors. You can make money with voices.com by doing voiceovers. Get you some money bags and have fun doing that. Now, I told you I'd save the best for last, but in all seriousness, this is an opportunity that's definitely going to pay you the most. Right now, I'm looking for people who are go-getters, people who want to make money, lots of money. You can make thousands of dollars doing this, all right? You can actually team up with me and become an affiliate and financial advisor. So if you want to learn more about teaming up with me, go to ProfessorHoney.com and click Team Up With Me. After you go there, click on Affiliate. If you have any questions about any of the strategies that I've given you, please send me a DM, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my lessons from the great outdoors. And today I wanted to tell you that when it comes to loans and credit, minorities often lose. So we're going to be going over a few strategies to flip the script, but first, let's go over some statistics, okay? So predatory loans cost communities of color $400 billion between the years of 2009 and 2012. What exactly does that mean? Well, that means that there are lenders who prey upon people with low credit scores so that they can charge them astronomically, ridiculously stupid and crazy rates that make absolutely no sense and put us in tremendous debt, okay? So obviously, we need to break that cycle. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is foreclosures. Latinos and African Americans foreclose at double the rate of whites. They lose their homes at double the rate. This is typically due to, obviously, finances, but also the lack of financial planning, the lack of financial literacy, and bad credit. So obviously, all of those are areas of growth for our communities that we need to fix. So now let's talk about what to do about this. Obviously, credit repair. Credit repair helps break the vicious debt cycle and gives us back our power. Did you guys know that an 800 credit score is actually worth $100,000 of buying power? It is my goal to create 1,000 people that have 800 credit scores. That's going to equate to $100 million of buying power in our communities. That's amazing. That's so much power and potential, especially at a time like this. So right now we're in a recession. We're likely approaching an inevitable depression, economic depression. But although that's very, very scary, it's no time to get scared, right? We got to get prepared, because when recessions happen, when depressions happen, assets go on sale. So what does that mean for you? Well, that means that you can capitalize at a time like this. The rates for purchasing homes and investment properties are going to be crazy. They're going to be so affordable. Right now is the time to buy. But you're not going to be able to partake in all of this great transfer of wealth if you have a bad credit score. So, what are you going to do about it? You need to get your credit fixed, all right? So, that's what I do. I have an entire company here in Atlanta, Georgia. We service all 50 states here in the U.S. You do not have to be in Atlanta to get your credit fixed. You need to visit ProfessorHoney.com and sign up to get your credit repaired now. All right, we're going to take your 400, 500 scores. We're going to get you into those 700-800s so that you can partake in the transfer of wealth that is inevitably getting ready to happen. I hope this information helps, and I will see you on the next video. Hello everyone, I'm back with another lesson, and today we're going to do it from the great outdoors. We're going to be discussing what the coronavirus relief bill means for you. All right, lucky for you, most adults in the U.S. will get a stimulus check. There is a caveat though. You have to make sure that you have filed your 2018 or 2019 tax return. All right, so now let's talk about how much money you can potentially get on your stimulus check. If you are a single tax filer, your check is going to be $1,200, as long as you make less than $75,000 for the year. If you're married and filing jointly, then you're going to receive double that amount. But of course, the household income has to be less than $150,000 for the year. Okay? Now, this next one is going to help out a lot of people, so please pay close attention. Typically, it's not that easy to get unemployment benefits in the U.S., but that has now officially changed, okay? Now, it's very easy to get unemployment. The rules are very lenient, and it's definitely time to apply. And unemployment benefits are even extended to people who they're not typically offered to. All right? Right now, unemployment benefits have been extended to Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, Airbnb hosts, and all types of independent contractors. You can get up to $600 a week. So please make sure that you go ahead and apply for unemployment and collect those benefits. Now, this next one, number 3, is for small business owners and independent contractors. If you are a small business owner who has less than 500 employees, or you are an independent contractor, you can apply for a loan that's a part of the $350 billion stimulus package that's specific for small businesses here in the U.S. Please, guys, go apply for this. The application is not even that hard. All right, now, if you want to know where to apply, you're going to go to covid19relief.sba.gov. After you finish watching this live, go apply if you are a small business or an independent contractor. There are loans that you can apply for to help you get through this time, and there's even a $10,000 grant that you do not have to pay back. All right? Again, go to covid19relief.sba.gov. Okay, that's it for now. I hope these tips have been helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another one of my living room lessons. And today we're going to go over the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Many of you have probably never heard about that, even though you have heard of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Well, this is different. And before we talk about the details of it, I just wanted to let you know that right now there are many people who are getting taken advantage of. Those are the elderly, people with low credit scores, and it's just because of their lack of financial literacy, right? So did you guys know that you can actually be paid for illegal violations from collection agencies when they do not play fairly when it comes to the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act? So now we're getting ready to go over some of those common violations, all right? So one of the things that distinguishes Professor Honey's Credit and Lending from other credit repair companies is that they don't care about this stuff. They're not even gonna tell you. But with my company, I'm getting ready to put you up on some game and also tell you how you can get paid from your collection letters, okay? We have a team of lawyers here that will help you get paid off of any of these violations. So let's go over them. The first one is if a collection agency threatens to transfer files to attorneys. That's illegal, guys. You can get paid off of that, all right? Something else you can get paid off of is that if a collection agency provides you any untruthful information, guys, you can get paid off of that. Something that I neglected to mention was how much you could get paid. Guys, you can get paid up to $500 per infraction. Let's look at number 3. If a collection agency calls your cell phone without your permission, I know that there are tons of people who are watching this video right now who are victims of this, right? You have all these collection agencies calling your phone, harassing you. That's illegal. You can get paid for that. Next one, if they continue the collection prior to validating your debt request. You guys didn't even know that, did you? You can get paid for that. If a collection agency marks an envelope as urgent or open immediately, that's illegal. You can get paid for that. If the collection agency fails to make it clear that interest is going to be added onto your account, that's illegal, and you can get paid for that. The last one, if they harass you in any way, if they make you feel uncomfortable, if they abuse you, you guys can get paid for that because you're protected under this Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. All right, so now, what's the next steps? It's time for you guys to enroll in my credit repair program. Send us your collection letters so that you can get paid, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey everyone, it's Professor Honey, and you guys have seen me do restaurants, you've seen me do hotels, but listen, I'm getting ready to work harder than I've ever worked before, and you know why? Because our country is in crisis. My phone lines have been ringing off the hook because right now, people know how important it is to make sure their finances are in order. So, I had an epiphany. Yes, while I was out here on this lake, I'm going to create several 5- and 6-figure earners. And you know what? You guys can help me with my mission. The mission is to create 1,000 people that have 800 credit scores. Guys, this is going to put $100 million of buying power into our communities. You guys need to be on this webinar. I'm going to teach you the A to the Z. It's so simple. I'm going to teach you how to make some extra money, guys. So look at the information in the caption. Get on this webinar so you guys can make some money. Class is in session. Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I have on my big booty Judy pants and my cute Professor Honey t-shirt. So I feel sexy and smart enough to give you guys some game. Okay, so today we're going to go over 5 ways to get an 800 credit score. Okay,
So let's jump in. The first thing that you can do is make sure that your utilization is less than 30%, okay? Anytime that you go over 30%, you're gonna start to see your score actually drop. Ideally, you want this more in the range between about a 10 and a 19%, okay, in terms of your utilization. You can typically check your utilization on something like a creditkarma.com by clicking on credit factors, and it will tell you how much you're using, okay? The next thing that you want to do, I'm getting ready to put you guys up on some game right now. Most people don't even know this, but listen, the next thing that you want to do is you want to transfer your personal credit balances to your business EIN. Damn, I can do that? Yes, you can. And you know what that's going to do? When you do that, it's going to free up this 30% utilization on the personal credit side and now transfer it over to your business EIN. Well, Professor Honey, does that hurt my business utilization? No, because you know why? On the business side, you can use 99%. You can use up to 99% of your utilization, and you only have to pay 1 to 1.5% back every month. This helps your business EIN, okay? So I just put y'all up on some game right there. Next, you can get added as an authorized user, okay? So I know that you can buy trade lines online, but I don't particularly trust those. I'd rather you go talk to Granny. Granny got good credit. She's had a American Express card since 1965. She adds you up on that bad boy, you're gonna watch your credit score shoot up, probably 100 points or more. Find someone in your family, an old person, that can add you as an authorized user. This is gonna help your credit score. The next thing that you could do is get credit boosters and guaranteed approval primary user trade lines with places like a HudsonChase.com. When you do this, for example, with Hudson Chase, they're going to give you a $1,500 trade line. Now, is this for you to use? Hell no. That's not what it's for. It's strictly there to build your credit portfolio. So you don't use this primary user trade line that they give you. It's just for reporting purposes, okay? And there's plenty of them. But here's one that I want you to check out, HudsonChase.com. Now, the next thing is the most important thing that you can do for your credit, guys, so that you can get to this 800. And that is remove your negative items. So that's foreclosures, bankruptcies, any sort of medical collection, credit card collection. I mean, anything, you name it. If it's negative, it can be removed. Okay, so how do I do that? I'm so glad you asked. You're going to go to ProfessorHoney.com, and then you're going to click on Fix My Credit Now, okay? I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hey everyone, it's your sexy sensei, Professor Honey, here to give you 4 business credit secrets. And listen guys, what I'm getting ready to put you on will change your life, so I really need you to tune in. I have clients who contact me all the time asking me about the power of business credit. So I decided to make this video for you and put everything that you need to know into 4 little jewels, okay? So let's get started. Number 1, let's talk about the differences between business and personal credit. Well, listen, with your personal credit, guys, you can only use up to 30% of your utilization. So that means if you have $100, you technically can only spend about 30 of those dollars to make sure that you're within that ratio. Obviously, that's not so great. But listen, on the business credit side, you can actually use up to 99 to 99.5% utilization. Yes, as a matter of fact, the more you use, the more they give you. That's the power of business credit, okay? Let's take a look at number 2. And it actually goes hand in hand with number 1, because this has to do with what you're going to be paying back. Well, when you have business credit, listen, you only have to pay 1 to 1.5% back per month. Did you guys hear that? Do you know how powerful that is?
So different than what you'd have to pay on the personal credit side. This is way more powerful. Okay? Let's take a look at number 3. Listen, you guys know that you live in the land of milk and honey. There are opportunities galore in the United States, and many of them are just completely untapped. They're literally sitting there waiting for you. Well, your business credit gives you the opportunity to put your citizenship to work. Because let me tell you, if you are not utilizing your EIN number, you might as well be a damn foreigner in your own country. This is the magic. This is the main thing that will allow you to grow and then even scale your business. All right? Let's look at number 4. Number 4 says that you can separate a business from a hustle. So, many of you are like, well, Professor Honey, what the heck differentiates my business from a hustle? Well, let's see. If I contact your business via email, am I going to be contacting a Gmail? That's not very professional, baby. What about if I call your business? Is your business even listed in the 411 directory listing? Guys, there are literally 16 pieces of business listing congruency. There's 16 I's to dot and 16 T's to cross. It's a literal formula. You want to make sure that you have all of these pieces so that you can grow and then scale your business credit, okay? So if you guys want to learn more about business credit, of course you can. You can come over to Professor Honey's Credit and Lending, and we will really help you build your business credit portfolio.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be answering the question, what is business credit? Well, business credit allows you to set up a completely legal portfolio that is separate from your personal Social Security number. Why is this beneficial? Well, there's a lot of people whose personal credit is just completely shot, right? But they still want to grow and scale a business. Well, with business credit, this is an opportunity for you to do so. And I say legal because I'm not talking about CPNs, guys. I'm talking about legal EINs that will allow you to build credit and then grow and scale a business. So let's talk a little bit more about what I mean by growing and scaling a business. Let's take, for example, we have an entrepreneur and he has a trucking company. He has one man and one truck. He's most likely funding that business, just like many of you are, on the back of his personal credit. Well, if he's doing that, then most likely he only has access to up to 30% of his credit before his score starts tanking, right? We don't want that. That's too many limitations on our growth. Well, with business credit, you can actually have access to 99 to 99.5% of your business credit. And as a matter of fact, the more you use, the more they're going to give you. And you only have to pay back 1 to 1.5% per month, okay? So having business credit really gives you the opportunity to go from one man and one truck to 10 men and 10 trucks, okay? Now, the next thing that I want to mention is the importance of business listing congruency. We're going to talk about that more in another video, but right now I want to touch on the importance of the 4 tiers of business credit, right? When you're building out your business portfolio, you want to make sure that you access all 4 tiers and you do that in order, all right? The first tier is vendor credit. The second tier is what's called revolving store credit, okay? And then the third tier is what we call fleet credit. And then the last tier is cash credit, which is the ultimate, okay? Most importantly, you want to make sure that all 4 of these tiers are reporting to the 3 business credit
reporting agencies. Completely separate from the personal credit reporting agencies, okay? Now, if you want to learn more about business credit, about funding, make sure you go to ProfessorHoney.com, click on business credit and funding so that you can learn more about business credit and even sign up. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.